Welcome along to this week's Advocate Footy video, viewers. We're here at the Penguin Recreation Ground, Pertec Oval. Fair to say, Cam, not a lot of grass on Pertec Oval at the moment. She's just slightly suffering the effects of the winter rain at the moment, but wouldn't want to be playing on here this weekend.
Pretty muddy, mate, pretty muddy, but Penguin's not the only ground that's having some issues with mud at the moment. It's a pretty common theme right across the coast. The weather's terrible, it's freezing, but yeah, we'll get on to the footy. Latrobe and Penguin playing this weekend. That's probably the match of the round, isn't it?
Big match. Latrobe looked really good last week against Smith. Really made Smith look really ordinary in the wet conditions at Latrobe. But I saw some signs there from the Ned Perry's men that I think they'll be thereabouts come September. I think they can push for a grand final spot. But this is an important game to keep that momentum that is just starting to build going. Penguin coming off a disappointing loss last week. They'll be keen to make amends, but I think Latrobe at home. You know, Adam Jeffrey's 200th game. Do it for Big Jiffy.
Exactly, and obviously they had Dale Perry notch up his 100th senior game for the Demons last week. But the next game is Wynyard and Smithton, and the last time these two sides met at Wynyard, it was Smithton played a pretty negative sort of style of game. They just tried to play possession footy, didn't take the game on too much. They still lost by 100 points. So you'd expect the ground to be pretty chopped up there at Wynyard. So you would have thought the Cats pretty easy.
Yeah, look, Smithton's road form is. I know they're only going to Wynyard this week, but Smithton's road form is abysmal. Jared Watling's pulling his hair out as to what to do with that team to get them to win on the road. And it's just got to be a mindset thing, because you watch them play at home, they play decent footy. So
yeah, different team at Smithton, different team up there.
Yeah, and apologies to Penguin for they actually beat East Devonport last week here. So I think I said they lost last week, but anyway, that's how she goes. And the final game this week in the NTFL's Ulston versus East Devonport. Cam, and I think East are just playing out the season. They've improved a little bit. They were honest here against Penguin. They lost by 100 odd points, but I think Ulston, they'll be marking this down as a game to build a bit of percentage this week. Yeah,
I think Ulston, second best team in the league by far, in my opinion. Yep. I think they'll be challenging Wynyard for the flag, but you'd think this is only going to go one way with East Devonport, but you never know. And a shout out to Jordan Abel, who is not here today, but we understand that he'll be making his debut on the airways on Coast FM on Saturday. So
the dulcet tones.
I'll be having the old transistor radio there ready, and I'll be looking forward to hearing him in action. And Brad, moving on to the TSL now, and we have Devonport hosting Glenorchy. Devonport really disappointing last week, 80-point loss to Launceston, who have been struggling this year. So Max was understandably not very happy about that. But this week, chance to bounce back. Another few debutants, mate.
Yeah, apparently young Sam Robinson and Caden Deverell will be making their debut start. I think it takes up to about, I count the about 8, I think, debutants this year, if you don't count Guerra and Campbell Brown. So yeah, look, Max is having to blood the youth, and that's good. But this will be interesting because Devonport's home form's been okay this year. They had a really good win there at home last time against Northern Bombers. Glenorchy, I think they're not a bad team. I think they've got some good key forwards, and they're going to miss Clay Griffiths a bit this week. So I think it's going to be tough. It'll be interesting to see what Glenorchy actually wear, because we've got the Battle of the Magpies this week. So I hope Glenorchy remember to bring up the clash strip. Otherwise, it could be a bit confusing for all concerned.
Well, definitely, and you just hope Glenorchy. The last time they travelled to the coast, their bus broke down.
Oh, that's right.
They were 2 or 3 hours late. So let's hope they don't have so many dramas this week. But obviously, the other game is Lonnie tackling Burnie, and Burnie, you'd have to say, form team of competition at the moment. Yeah, they're going ticking along nicely there, even despite the just slight tweaking coaching structure now, with Herring having sole coaching duties and Shaq just stepping down, which was probably, I don't think it'll change things up too much. No, it won't, and Shackleton's playing really good footy at the moment. He's one of the best on ground last week. You expect Burnie to go there and have a win? They'll be dangerous, though, Lonnie. I think they really good 80-point win against Devonport last week, and up there in Lonnie, they've still got some good players in that team. Burnie can't afford to take them lightly, I would have thought. Yeah, if you remember going back last year, Burnie only broke a hoodoo at Windsor Park. Yeah, so, that's right. It has been not really been a happy hunting ground for them. But look, the other game, Western Storm and Clarence, which is top of the table. So that's going to be a real key game up there at Aurora, part of a double header. So how do you see that one panning out? Yeah, I think Burnie caught Western Storm at a really good time last week, coming off Foxtel Cup duties and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think Western Storm can win. I think they've got the height to stretch Clarence. I think they can, and if they can contain blokes like Webley in Clarence's midfield, I think they'll go well on the way to sealing the win.
I'm with you there. I think in the wide open spaces they'll get out and run, and they'll be much better having rested up, and I think they'll get the job done as well.
Right, now the new segment this week, Cam. This is all shiny and new. We've blatantly ripped off Footy Class 5. We've introduced good call, bad call. So we've got a couple of questions here. We're going to bounce off each other. Cam, opening ball to you, good sir. No team will get within 10 goals of Wynyard this year for the rest of the NTFL season. Good call, bad call? Bad call.
Bad call, Brad. I was here when Penguin tackled Wynyard head on, and they were fantastic that day. Got within 25 points, could have won. Ulverston got within 8 points of them. No, bad call, mate. It'll be a close season. I reckon Wynyard may even drop one game.
Jeez.
For you, Bradley, East Devonport, they won't win a game in any grade this season.
Oh, good call, Cam. Obvious call. Obvious as nose in your face call. Look, East are just look. I think they've improved a bit. They've certainly improved a bit, but unless Ross can get the full team on the paddock for a game, which he's struggling to do that week by week. Look, it'd be nice if they could go close to one, but they can't run out games, and they won't get within 10 goals of any team for the rest of the season, I wouldn't have thought. Back to you, Cam. Burnie are a genuine TSL premiership threat after they beat the Western Storm last week at West Park.
Good call. Ooh. Great call, Brad. Fantastic call. They're probably the form team of the comp at the moment, and they're beating now some really top quality sides. Beat the Storm last week, who albeit had a rough week with the travel and whatnot, but they're playing great team footy at the moment, and I think if you threw Clarence in front of them, any of those top rung teams, they'd beat them. So I think they are a genuine premiership threat.
Interesting call.
For you, Brad, bit of a curly one. This one, a Wynyard player won't win the Baldock medal this season.
Good call, Cam. Good call. They'll take votes off each other. Yeah, and I think they've got enough blokes who've actually missed large chunks of the season where they're going to actually struggle to poll enough votes. So I think the winner could come from an Ulverston or a Penguin, maybe. Maybe if you're looking for a smoky, Scotty Bryan up at Smithton. His home form has been great this year, so he sort of stands out in front of the umpires. So I think if you're looking for a winner this year in the Baldock medal, I think look at those three clubs. I don't think a Wynyard player will get enough votes to win it this year.
I'm with you.
And just finally, Cam, we'll touch on a big event happening in Hobart this Friday night, the Tasmanian Football Hall of Fame. You're heading down for it.
Yeah, it should be a good night. Obviously, there's quite a few inductees, and obviously Peter and Kevin King who are from the coast. They're being inducted, and also Barry Walker, who well-known footy administrator, is involved in junior footy here on the coast, and there's quite a few others from around the state as well. Yeah. And also there's going to be a memorable game inducted from a state game, TSL versus Sandful from 1995, I understand, or TFL as it was called back then. So no, it should be a great night, and for all the stories from Friday night's event, you be sure to pick up your copy of The Advocate on Saturday for a full wrap.
That's The Advocate Footy Wrap for this week. We'll catch you again next week.